the betting, the not so much anymore, is more down to my own fault. I need to get studying again to get the edge back. But yeah, it's a great product. I love the exchange. It's really, in my opinion, one of the better bookmakers, if not the best bookmaker out there.
It's time for the lucky last race on the card, race number 8, and race 8 will go off at 4:30 on the Monday afternoon, 14th March 2022. Hollywood Bet's Bright Future MR70 handicap. Race 8 will be run over 1400 meter. And in race number 8, 10 runners do go to post for the running of the lucky last. It's another race where I think you've got to include quite a few in the exotics, so you could possibly take a chance and go light. You could possibly go with the horse number 1, Zanetto, as possibly a banker in your exotics and take a chance late on in the day. But I think it's a really competitive race, and I like horse number 4, Give Me a Rainbow. I've made him my each way play in this race. He's a horse that is on a mark of 66. I think the race is going to be run to suit. There's going to be a decent pace in this race. Seanville will be able to get him into a nice position. He's a horse that is always running on late on in the day. And yourself and I, in his penultimate run, we both saw, I thought he was given an easy ride. He came into the lane and he was still traveling well, and only late on in the day did Craig Zaki ask him for a bit, and he ran forth to Roy's Command. Roy's Command has won once again. And Give Me a Rainbow, how do you think he could possibly run? Because I think he's a value here.
Yeah, he's the experienced horse in the province, Rael, and a nicely drawn. The draws in material for him, but I think he could be positioned a bit more handily than he's been his last 2 starts, and not let the horse get to do as much as he's been asked to do at his last 2 starts. But horses, you can't change their running style. Very rarely can you change the running style of a horse. A horse that enjoys coming from off the pace, that's the way he runs his best races. You put him in front and he falls into a hole. So I think Seanville, knows this horse well. Yeah, I remember working with you when he did run well at his penultimate starts. And Roy's Command, wow, he's in a tremendous form for Ellison Wright. And I respect number 4, Give Me a Rainbow. I also like number 6, High Velocity Guard Puller's runner, who's come down in the rating, a sign of a form return last time out. He'll have every chance of reversing the form with number 7, Kimura, who did beat him. And then Captain Seeger, horse number 10, even though he's got 62 kgs on his back, the stable's in good form, the jockey's in good form, and if things work out from the draw, he could run well. But all said and done, I've taken a major stance here, Raheel. I could be way off the mark, but this filly, number 1, Zanetto, she's had a late start to her career. You can see she only started racing in September as a 4-year-old. So she must have had issues. She must have had problems for her coming early to the races. And it's patience and perseverance by the stable and by the owners that have paid off handsomely. For first time out to win over 1,450 meters on the Turpentine inner track does take some doing, because it's a tricky track. You get into the elbow first, and then you come around the turn and into the straight, which is a short run. And it's a specialized course. Not any horse can go there and possibly get the job done. You need to have a horse that got gears, and she did it effortlessly. She went to the front. She won well. I will tell you that from that debut win, Lion of the Desert has had back-to-back wins. Timbavati River has since won twice. We heard a horse called Bethal has won from there as well. Another Level has come out to win. That penultimate start, Secret as Ours, has come out to win. So she doesn't have the worst of form lines that she brings into the race. And the fact is, she is a filly in open company. I'm sure trainer Paul Peter would have been calculated on which horses he's bringing down for this race meeting, because I remember at nominations he had a lot of horses in different races, and he elected to scratch a few of them and keep a few of them in. We know that it all depends on how many horses take their place in the field, because she is half a kg over the benchmark, but only 10 horses declared here, and we know 12 run on the poly track. So it was really nice to see her get in. And with Warren Kennedy up, we'll see how good she is. I think it's a calculated decision by the stable that this could be the right race, although she's taking on open company. But we'll have to see how she goes on the poly track as well. I can see Warren Kennedy forward a ride, to the front, catch me if you can. If she takes to the surface, she is no doubt the filly to beat. So I've taken a bold stance here, guys. You know, it's all about structure. If you're running in the pick six, well, you're alive in the lucky last. I don't want to go out in the first leg and then be sad for the rest of the afternoon. I'd rather be all smiles and hopefully have a ticket in my hand come race number 8. How do you see it?
I think you could be right about Paul Peter taking a calculated chance here with Zanetto, because he could have run her in race number 6 on the card, which is a race for the fillies and mares, and she would have gotten into that race obviously with a lighter weight and over 1,200 meters. But possibly he said, look, she's a filly that could be on the up. She could well be a lot better than this field, and she is lightly raced. So the improvement is with horse number 1, Zanetto, over 1,400 meters. So these could be onto something here with the even money shot, horse number 1, Zanetto, in the lucky last. But I quite like a bit of horse number 4, Give Me a Rainbow. Maybe you could play the swingers and exactors or rove those 2 horses in your quartet for the lucky last.
It's Donovan Everett from Cape Racing, and I'd just like to say it's an absolute pleasure to be involved with Intrabet and Cape Breeders in this golf day today here at Pearl Valley. It's fantastic for the industry to see all the relevant stakeholders coming down and having a good time and networking, and it's exactly what the industry needs right now in terms of moving forward and recreating some positivity to take us forward into the next year.